Tough one.
The High Scope curriculum uses a child-centered, active learning approach.
Because I'm doing what I want with mine. I'm moving my arms.
Teachers using the High Scope approach involve preschoolers in a variety of active learning opportunities throughout the daily routine. Large group time is a segment of the daily routine in which children and adults come together for companionship, information sharing,
Is it mommy take?
planned learning experiences,
Do you see anything in Mary's garden that you would like to grow in our garden back at preschool?
and the enjoyment of participating in a group. Large group time helps children learn about themselves and others through shared activities, a sense of community, group membership and leadership opportunities, occasions for group problem solving, opportunities to have new experiences and work with new materials.
Take the key and lock her up, my fair lady.
Large group time typically lasts for 10 to 15 minutes, with everyone in the classroom taking part in one or a few activities, such as singing songs or chants,
Once upon a time, deep in the woods.
telling stories,
Skipping.
purposefully moving with or without music or objects,
And now get ready to stop.
We light a candle, yeah, and Miles said this was called, what'd you say?
and discussing topics relevant to children's lives.
Menorah.
Okay, when Adam says apple, we'll move to small group. Let's see if he can trick us.
Planned transitions take place between each activity, as well as into and out of large group time. Each activity included in large group time has a specific format.
We have some music that is close, it's similar to that music that we thought maybe might be fun to use some scarves with.
Adults give brief opening statements designed to catch children's attention. Adults pass out any materials to be used in the activity.
Sit down on the edge and let's see if we can make our scarves dance to the music while we're sitting on the edge.
Adults set the activity in motion in a way that makes it easy to join. They participate with the children, watching, listening, and following up on children's suggestions and ideas about different ways to interpret the experience.
Notice the music changed again. You know how I could tell? I was watching Naya's scarf. It's moving much slower now.
Look at Marley go.
Adults encourage children to put materials away. Adults provide interesting transitions to the next large group activity or the next part of the daily routine.
Oh, do you? Well, come bump up and down with us while we go on him.
Large group time experiences ideally take place in space that is flexible enough for both vigorous activity and cozy togetherness. It's important to provide an appropriate space for children to try out their ideas about when, where, and how they will move or position themselves during an activity. The most spacious area of the classroom lends itself well to large group time.
You're moving your bodies to the music. Wait.
You may find you need to make minor adjustments to the arrangement of furniture for large group time each day. When weather permits, consider holding large group time in a spacious but well-defined area outdoors.
But I've also asked Adam if he will plan large group time. Because Adam doesn't participate, he just sits like this.
Thoughtful planning is key to successful active learning experiences, and teachers using the high scope approach make sure to plan each day for the following day's large group time based on their observations of children.
Adam brought a special song for us to do today.
In planning large group time activities, teachers consider how to incorporate children's expressed interests, including key learning experiences,
We're going on a picnic.
provide a connection to children's families and to the local community, and respond to recent and ongoing events. Large group time activities are child-centered and based on the ingredients of active learning: materials, manipulation, choice, child language, adult support. Active learning occurs when children make choices about what to play with and how to play, use language to communicate their ideas,
How do you move, Madeline?
and are encouraged by adults who participate along with children and listen, comment, and extend the children's language.
What should we call it? Spinning, spin, spin, spin.
During any activity or experience, it is of utmost importance for children to be able to use materials, ideas, and their own bodies in creative ways. Children with special needs benefit from active learning as much as typically developing children do. High-scope teachers find thoughtful ways to support children with special needs by modifying activities so these children can participate alongside their peers. If assisted by peers and encouraged by teachers, even children with severe physical limitations can participate. In Part 2 of this program, you will see examples of individual large group time activities and transitions at the High-Scope Educational Research Foundation Demonstration Preschool. Although the activities can belong to more than one category, they are grouped according to 5 basic types. Easy-to-join activities for starting large group times, singing songs, doing finger plays, saying chants and poems,
There once were 3 bears.
storytelling and reenacting stories and nursery rhymes, movement activities with or without music or objects, cooperative games or projects. Following the examples for each of the large group time activity categories, you will see an entire large group time session at the Demonstration Preschool, which includes a variety of activities as well as transitions between activities. You will watch the teachers plan, implement, and then review the large group time session and plan for future large group times. This mirrors the plan, do, review sequence that is part of the High-Scope daily routine for preschoolers.
Today you pulled out the buses. Did you want to play with the buses today?
The teachers also note strategies for adapting the activities for children with special needs. The following questions can help you think about each activity you see in Part 2 of this program and evaluate the level of active learning taking place.
See what else you can do with
See
the
if you can find some
bells.
new ideas today.
What do you notice about the types of materials provided and how they are made available?
Some kids are twirling it high. Some kids are waving it high.
What do you notice about the types of play that children engage in with the materials provided for the activity or with other materials?
What's your idea?
What choices do children have within the context of this large group activity, and what do they do with those choices?
Ashley, are you ready to hear the special word?
Banana.
Is it strawberry?
No.
How does this large group activity foster and build children's use of language?
Vishnu says he wants to be a spider in this story.
I want to be Miss Muffet.
And Olivia, would you like to be Miss Muffet too?
In what ways do adults address children's needs and interests during the large group activity? For example, how do adults help children extend their ideas, use language, get their physical needs met, and problem solve? Now we will look at the large group time activity examples, beginning with easy-to-join activities for getting large group time underway.
You guys, when you're ready to come over, we're ready.
Easy-to-join activities. These simple, low-key activities are used to invite children into the large group time as they transition from other parts of the daily routine.
Get up, put it back on my body. Our hands. I drop my hands on the floor. Whoops. Pick 'em up, pick 'em up. I drop my hands on the floor. Whoops. Pick 'em up, pick 'em up. put 'em back on my body. Stop. You're all saying me and it's hard to hear. Matthew?
My shoulders. Drop. My shoulders. Drop your belly and
Okay, everyone help me sing our bellies. Are you ready? I drop my belly on the floor. Whoops. Pick 'em up, pick 'em up. I drop my belly on the floor. Whoops. Pick 'em up, pick 'em up. Put it back on my body.
my shoulders.
Our shoulders. Find your shoulders.
So I have an idea.
What's your idea?
I want to jump. We're jumping, jumping, jumping. We're jumping, jumping, jumping. We're jumping, jumping, jumping. And now we stop. What's your idea?
Jumping and running.
Jumping and running. What does that look like? Okay, let's do jumping and running. We're jumping and we're running. We're jumping and we're running. We're jumping and we're running. And now we stop.
Micah has a way.
Jumping around the circle.
We're jumping round the circle. We're jumping round the circle. We're jumping round the circle. And now we stop.
Henry's got a way. What's Henry doing?
We're walking round the circle. We're walking around the circle. We're walking around the circle. And now we stop. Hey, Sue, since we stopped, I'm going to get some special things for today. I wonder if you remember these special things from yesterday. Can you go back to the edge for me? Whoops. Can you take one?
Singing, doing finger plays, saying chants and poems. These large group activities can involve children in all of the key learning experiences. Many involve music and creative representation, and others may even engage children in math-related experiences, such as classification and seriation, all while having fun.
Oh, what can you do? Punchinella, Punchinella. What can you do? Punchinella in the shoe. Sitting down though. Sitting down. Oh, what can you do? Punchinella, Punchinella. What can you do? Punchinella in. Oh, we can do it too. Punchinella, Punchinella. We can do it too. Punchinella in the shoe. Oh, we can do it too. Punchinella, Punchinella. We can do it too. Punchinella in the shoe. Oh, what can you do? Punchinella, Punchinella.
Like rollerblades.
What can you do? Punchinella in the shoe. We can do it too. Punchinella, Punchinella. We can do it too. Punchinella in the shoe. Oh, what can you do? Punchinella, Punchinella. What can you do? Punchinella in the shoe. Oh, we can do it too. Punchinella, Punchinella. We can do it too. Punchinella in the shoe. Oh.
You found a way to put it so all the kids could see, Cole. It's okay. Cole knows how to solve problems when they happen. You know that it says, twinkle, twinkle, little star. You can move your body up a little bit and look. You see it? And then you can move it back to sing. What should we do to keep the beat to this song? Like this? We should move our hands like this? Let's do Allie's idea and then we'll do your idea. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Henry and then Talia's idea.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
I have a way for us to go to the planning table.
What?
If you were a star in the sky, did you ever notice how some stars kind of they shoot around and they move around sometimes? If you were a star in the sky, how would you move to your planning table? You can look at the list to know when it's going to be your turn.
It's going to be after Matthew's turn.
I wonder what.
Storytelling and reenacting stories and nursery rhymes. Children love to tell and listen to stories, and in these large group time experiences, they get to do both while building language and social skills.
Little
Tis Tuffet. Little Tis Tuffet.
Muffin! I'm spider.
Muffin.
I'm spider.
Little Miss
Muffin!
Muffet. That goes with Matthew's name. Miss Muffet. Matthew picked it.
And Olivia, would you like to be Miss
After
Muffet too?
Talia. Hey, Talia, are you ready to be Miss Muffet? Okay. Oh, Ella's fixing the Tuffet.
The rest of us need to say the story. Are you ready?
All right. Who's the spider anyway? Here we go.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Oh, she wasn't frightened.
She's brave.
Hand that to
Go ahead,
Olivia.
take it. Liam is our new Miss Muffet, and Talia is that scary old spider.
Where are we going to keep the beat this time? We kept the beat on our knees. On our heads. On our heads?
Here we go.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey.
Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Oh, she got scared. You frightened Miss
You
Muffet.
really frightened that Miss Muffet away.
I'll be a spider.
Is there someone who wants to
wanna
be
be
Miss
Miss
Muffet?
Muffet?
Yes, Evan wants to be a spider.
Micah, do you want to be Miss Muffet?
Nah.
Brianna, do you want to turn to be Miss Muffet? Evan, do you want to turn to be Miss Muffet?
No.
Okay, we'll be finished. You could be a spider another time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes Delaney.
Will you put the food away? Ella, will you put the tuffet away?
Cole, put your hands on. Tell you a story about a bear car. There once were 3 bears, and they had a car.
What?
And they parked their car in the garage of their bear house.
What?
You know what? There was a mama bear. There was a papa bear. And there was a
Baby bear.
baby bear. Today for the story, we're going to use rhythm sticks. And I need your help. We're going to tell a story, and we're going to use the rhythm sticks to tell part of the story. I'm going to hand you each 2 rhythm sticks. Can you practice making some sounds with the rhythm sticks while I pass them out? There was this little girl, and her name was Cinderella. Her name was Goldilocks. You're right. And she was walking through the woods, and she
wanted to go in the bear's house
She
and eat the food.
did. And she walked right in the door. She didn't even knock. She walked right in the door.
And
Let's try the Papa Bear's bowl. Make the Papa Bear sound. it was too hot. So then she tried the mama bear's porridge. Can you make the mama bear sound?
Cold.
Too cold. What do you think she did next?
Baby bear.
She took the,
Just right.
Keep going with your story.
it was just right. So do you know what she did?
She ate it all.
She ate it all
And the
up.
little bear's going to be a little sad about that.
Oh, Goldilocks was kind of a curious girl. She walked in around the house. You know what she did next? She was curious. Stay right where you are, Al.
Why was she curious?
She was curious about what else was in the bear's house. So she went to the living room and she saw the big Papa Bear's chair. Make Papa Bear sound. Papa Bear. And she sat down in Papa Bear's chair, but it was too big and too hard. So then she went over to Mama Bear's chair.
Too fluffy.
You make Mama Bear?
Too fluffy and too soft.
You're right, it was too fluffy, kind of soft. But then, what do you think she did next?
She goes in the baby bear's money. She rocks and rocks and it broke.
Do you know that? Can you make your bodies rock and rock like Baby Bear? Rock and rock and rock, and finally the chair, it broke. Crash. How would it sound? Crash. Goldilocks just left the chair, and she decided to go upstairs. Up the stairs she went.
She went to the
She went to Papa Bear's bed.
Mama's bed and too big.
Too hard and too big.
To Mama's bed.
Mama Bear's
too
bed.
fluffy and too soft.
Do you know this story?
To the baby's bed.
She went to the baby bear's bed.
baby's bed?
You were a bear, and you wanted to walk like a bear to your planning table. After you put your sticks away.
A bear?
A bear. Walk like a bear to your planning
Anybody
table.
know how to do that?
What would a bear look like?
What would bears walk like? Oh, that's a Papa Bear, I think, Talia. Is that what bears look like? Oh, that must be a Papa Bear. Are you a Mama Bear or a Papa Bear, Olivia? I wonder if you remember these special things from yesterday.
Movement with or without music or objects. These large group experiences give children the opportunity to move their bodies together and independently and to practice coordination skills.
Try to go high.
Something high.
Me.
Try to go low. Think of a way for in the middle, not high and not low. I know a guy. You know what his name is? His name is the Noble Duke of York. Ever hear of him? He marches with his duster. Let's march. Oh, the Royal Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again.
Can you make your duster go up?
And when they were up, they were up. Make it go up. What's your idea? Marching like this? Okay, everybody march like this. Oh, the noble Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill. And he marched them down again. And when they were up, way up. And when they were down, down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. What's one more way to march? Allie, what's your idea? Okay, let's march like Allie. She's going kind of around in circles. Oh, the noble Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill. And he marched them down again. Come on over here. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And And when they were only halfway up,
There's the middle.
they were neither up nor down. Let's get our bodies down.
Bit dip.
If you hear the letter of your name in this song, if you hear the letter of your name in this song, go and bring your duster back. Are you ready? A.
Me.
Go put your duster back.
Tilda.
B.
My name.
C.
Call me.
D. E. F.
Oh, E.
G. H. I. Come on back, we're not finished large group yet. J. K. L. M.
Me.
N. O. The Fingerfells. I really want to play. What are you saying?
Jingle bells.
Jingle bells. Oh,
I'm going to get up and get the jingle bells.
Jingle bells, not Fingerfells.
Jingle bells. It starts with
It rhymed, but it wasn't the right word.
the G.
When you get your bells, figure out some new ways to play your bells when you get them
We
today.
used them yesterday, and you came up with some ideas. See what else you can do with
See
the
if you can find
bells.
some new ideas today.
Henry? You might think about using your hands, or maybe even using a different part of your body to make the bells jingle.
Oh, like,
I don't know.
try it on my foot. When I get my bell, I'm going to try it in different places. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. This is how Brianna plays. Let's all play her way. What's your way, Matthew? What could you say about that? Do it with two hands. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. This is the way Matthew plays. Let's all do it his way. What's your way, Olivia? What could we say about this? Shake it on our arm. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. This is how Olivia plays. Let's all play her way. Liam, do you have a special way? Say about your idea, Micah. Shaking. Do we sing it real fast too? Ready? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. This one is to ride in the one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in the one-horse open sleigh. Let's do it. So we could say Micah's name. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. This is the way that Micah plays. Let's all play her way. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Put your bells in Sue's basket, then go plan for today. Planning time. It's planning time. There we go.
Cooperative games or projects. During these experiences, children learn to work with each other toward a common goal. Examples include joint storytelling, large art projects, and action games in which children each have a role or take a turn.
This time, watch what I do with my cooperative band.
Watch
Zach
what she's
and
doing,
Bing.
guys.
We're
so
going to
that you
be
can
really
cooperate and do what Sue's doing.
cozy. And we're
Wait,
going
you
to
know
put
what?
our
That
bodies
person's
on the
body.
inside
That is not cooperating
and the
with my body.
cooperation band
Oh,
on
look,
the
it's
outside.
going to go behind us.
Right
Maybe you should
behind
have
us
your
on
own
our
stuff.
back.
There. Should we rock this way first?
This way.
Rocking, rocking,
This way.
rocking,
Here's another cooperation thing we could do, like rocking. Can you guys think of any other movements we could do that we could all do together, like rocking?
Like this.
What would we call that?
Rocking in a rocking chair.
Rocking in a rocking chair.
Everybody sit up
Can you
so
rock
you're
like
ready.
you're in a rocking chair? Here we go.
Rocking,
All go back
rocking.
together.
I'll go back at the same time.
It does take cooperation from all of us.
It's pretty.
Here we go.
Back, girl.
Shall we go back or forward first?
Back.
Back. Okay, we're
Here we
all going back first. Here we go.
Backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, I have something that we can make fly in the air. Shake, let's see if we can make them fly.
Maybe you could hold on there, Adam.
Here comes a big fall wind. From Holland,
Okay, we need Elliot to hold on over there so they don't fall out.
keep them in there.
Keep them in, Elliot.
Oh my goodness, are they in? Sally, we're breaking the leaves in. Put them back. And shaking,
Shaking, shaking. We're woo!
shaking, shaking.
Shaking, shaking.
Now we will look at a large group time session at the demonstration preschool from beginning to end.
Okay.
Well, let's go ahead and plan large group time.
Okay.
The first thing I thought about was the idea of doing some kind of a dog, in a dog story because of the,
The dog play that was going on
Yeah.
today. Yeah, there was a lot of it.
yeah, we had kids crawling back and forth. I have some anecdotes about some of the kids who were pretending to be dogs, and then there were the other kids who were pretending to be the owners.
Yes.
And so one thing I noticed was that there was a really active today. And so if maybe we do something that incorporates the active crawling around at large group time.
Right, that would be
So,
wonderful.
Well, go ahead and let's write down our originating idea.
Okay.
Dog
Dog play from children.
And so let's go ahead and think about writing a story and
Okay.
acting out dog play. So
Okay.
for materials,
We'll actually write the story out so that, well, why don't you could just ask them, or we can say, what do you know about dogs? And then kind of build a story from that so they
okay.
can see the words.
so I'll have a big piece of paper, and as they're telling me what they know about dogs, I'll write those things down and then
Okay.
somehow incorporate it into a story,
Story.
and let them do the actions.
Okay.
Probably things like crawling and barking, and they like to do a lot of running around. So the
definitely
dogs will do a
running.
lot of chasing maybe. But before we do the story, since we're going to be sitting down for message board, let's
board.
do something as an opening that's more active also. And
Okay.
again, to incorporate the crawling around that they were doing, they like to do, maybe doing something similar to, we're running, running, running.
Oh, okay, so
But-
that could be the beginning, yes.
But then to put a little switch on it,
Let's do we're crawling, crawling, crawling.
and then maybe get some other ideas from the children, maybe they could pretend to be animals too, what other
Right.
kind of movements do animals make? And then get ideas from the kids. And then after we get kind of our wiggles out, I'll go ahead and bring the paper down and
And
we'll do
start
the activity of the dog story and ask the
Okay.
kids about what they want to do
Okay.
and what they know about dogs. So possible key experiences. First thing that comes to
definitely.
mind.
Creative representation,
Yep,
of course.
creative representation and the pretending. And then lots of, hopefully, language and literacy, dictating stories.
Yes.
And talking about what they know about dogs, their personal experiences with dogs.
Correct.
So, those are a couple right
Yeah.
away.
Movement, of course. Moving in locomotor ways.
Great. And then after we tell the story, we'll end it somehow. Again, another calming idea. Maybe have the
Okay.
dogs settle in, come back to their house and sit back down on, curl up next to the fire or something, go to sleep, something
Okay.
like that. And then once they're calmed down, maybe tap them and dismiss them to go to the next part of the day so it's, a smooth transition.
Yeah, and thinking about some of our kids that really don't like to participate, or sometimes they don't participate, that could be a time where they can maybe act as owners, and we can maybe give them something to do at that time. And that way they'll still be involved in a large group time.
Right, there are, the kids, I can think of
Yeah.
kids who probably will just observe at first, and we should make sure that we still incorporate their ideas
Right.
and ask them for ideas, even though they don't want to be dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And then who knows, they may actually participate as owners in the story, because that's
Amen.
what they were doing at work time. So,
Yeah. And speaking of owners too, I had in my notes that the owners and were playing with the ones that were dogs. They had leashes for them, but they were taking the purse straps out of the house area and making leashes for them. So
Yeah, I
that
saw
might be
that.
something we may want to add to help extend that play.
okay, well, I do have leashes in the basement that we can
Okay.
bring up. And I also remember seeing those silver dog bowls that we can bring up
Oh,
and add to the
yeah.
house area.
That'd be good.
Great. And then hopefully, based on the story and giving them ideas, they can extend their play at work time. So for work time, I'll write down support dog play. Okay. Great. I guess we're done with message number 1, 2, and 3. So greeting time is over, and let's get ready for large. Oh, look at how Evan is crawling. That reminds me of what you did yesterday at work time, some of you. You were crawling like cats and dogs. I'm wondering if we can get our wiggles out this morning by going around the circle and running like cats or dogs this morning. Are you ready?
I'll be a doggy.
Okay, let's
Crawl, that's what it's called. It's called crawling. Let's go. We're crawling, crawling, crawling. We're crawling, crawling, crawling. We're crawling, crawling, crawling. Like a cat and dog.
Oh,
Now we stop. What other kind of animal crawls?
Cat.
A cat. Do you want to pretend that you're cats?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Meow. You're gonna be a dog. Crawling, crawling, crawling. We're crawling, crawling, crawling. We're crawling, crawling, crawling. And now we stop.
you guys,
Let's try it.
Me.
We're swimming with a turtle. We're swimming like a turtle. We're swimming like a turtle. And now we stop.
Hey, a horse.
A horse?
You.
How would you move if you were pretending to be a horse?
Walk.
Would you walk on 4 feet or would you stand up?
No. What?
Run? Do you want to run and crawl run or stand up and run?
Really like what?
Crawl, run like a horse. Get ready. If you were a horse, how would you sound? Let's try it. We're running like a horse. We're running like a horse. We're running like a horse.
Hey, you're
And
riding like a
now
horse?
we Stop.
You're riding like a horse.
We're sitting on the edge
We're sitting on the edge. We're sitting on the edge. Get ready to tell a story. I have my paper ready, and I need your help. We're going to tell a story about a dog named Bobbin. Now, what do dogs like to do? Bark and wag their tails and bark at cats. How about if everybody finds a spot on the edge, and I'll write these. They run at cats, and they bark. They wag their tails. That's what Talia said.
They kind of want to catch cats.
They want to catch cats.
And mice. And mice away.
And mice too. I'll write down mice.
Cats really like to eat mice for dinner.
They like to scare cats. I wrote down run at cats. Should I write down scare cats? You know a lot about what dogs like to do.
A dog run away of that, and the dog
The dogs run away.
The dogs really been tagging and the dog tagging a cat.
We're going to be dogs. Let's practice. What would you sound like if you were a dog? Will you help me with this story by pretending to be dogs? Once upon a time, there were a bunch of dogs, and they loved to roam around and sniff the ground. They did tricks like rolling over.
Let's see you guys roll around.
And when they were
dogs.
happy, do you know what they did? Come on. They wagged their tails. How would you look if you were wagging your tail? And then they also liked to bark. You know what they barked at? They barked at the neighbor's cat. And one day they were inside the house and the neighbor's cat was in their yard. And those dogs were so excited that their tails wagged and they started to bark and they wanted to go outside so badly that the owner opened up the door. And you know what those dogs did? They started running and running and running and running, and they chased the cat. Okay, you're a sitting dog. And do you think the dogs caught the cat?
No.
That cat went up the tree as fast as it could, and the dog started jumping to try to catch the cat up the tree. Let's get the cat. Oh, and their tails wagged.
We can crawl?
Oh, the dogs had some claws, and they started to try to climb the tree.
I got her.
Did you get the cat? Then, it says in my story that the dogs also liked mice. So, they looked around and they were sniffing for a mouse.
There are mice up there.
There are mice.
Down the mice hole.
And one dog found a mouse hole. And what did you start doing to get that mouse?
Dig it.
Oh, they started digging it open.
I got it.
You got the mouse? That mouse.
Because
Did you get the mouse too? Then.
I got 3 mice.
Wow.
I got 4 mice.
5 mice, 4 mice.
I got 5 mice. What's that
Wow.
This says that the dog scared the cat. Did the cat come back?
No.
Oh, the cat was scared away. So we did running at cats, we did barking and wagging and catching cats and mice, and then the owner called, "Dogs, time to come in, time to have your dinner." And she put out big bowls of food, and the dogs were so hungry that they ate up all their food. And then,
What about the water?
oh, and water too, because they were thirsty after chasing the mice and the cats. Then they stretched their paws, and they gave one big yawn, dog yawn, and they curled up on their dog bed. Are you curling up on your dog bed? Hey, Evan and Ella. When Evan and Ella touch your heads, will you wake up, doggies, and crawl to your planning table?
Actually, I wanted to be the owner.
Do you want to be the owner? Do you want to help wake up the doggies and have them crawl to their planning table?
Oh, me too, me too.
Brianna, wake up and crawl to planning.
Me too.
Will you help wake up the dogs? Help wake up the dogs.
I want to too.
Crawl to planning, crawl to planning, planning time. Well, let's talk about how we thought large group time went today.
Okay.
I thought I really was encouraged by how the kids responded to it. I thought the opening activity where we had them run around the carpet kind of reminded them about what they did yesterday at work time.
It did.
And after doing a large, after doing message board time and having them sit for a while, it was probably a good idea to have them move around. And I kind of was expecting them to stand up and do a little bit more really running, but they wanted to crawl.
Which is evident of what they did yesterday also in the dog play. So.
And then when I saw Brianna, when you were going around as a horse and Brianna was getting on you, I think that was our cue that we...
Time to end it.
We had enough of that, and it was a good time to regroup.
To go right into the story at that time, too.
And having them then spread out on the rug and tell the story. I liked having the piece of paper, and they all kind of went into it and were really interested to see what I was writing.
Exactly.
And it really was okay that some of the kids were behind, and it didn't really make a difference that so some kids were right there. A couple of times they had to back up a little bit.
So everybody that didn't want to actually move up to see.
But I think because we were writing it down, it kind of gave the kids a reason to want to think, because they wanted to see their words written down.
Exactly.
And so that's a great key experience in literacy, dictating to teachers. And they were also able then to describe what
the actions.
They did that also. The key experience of describing movement when we were doing the opening activity.
Yes.
But an anecdote about was it Ashlyn talking about crawling, and Evan said something about swimming.
And
then they described it and used their hands.
And the climbing up the ladder, climbing up the tree. When the part when you were talking about the cat and the tree and how are we going to get it, and they jumped up, but Ashlyn came up with, we can crawl, we can use our claws and crawl up. So.
Yeah, there was a little bit of problem solving there, making up their own stories. So as far as when we had planned that they were going to be cats or dogs, but I think settling on one thing probably prevented some confusion. They were all pretty happy with being dogs.
They were.
And I think I'd like to try it again sometime, maybe, using another animal.
Yeah, because the cat play and the dog play, the dog play, it's really still going on, because even today it was more, and by you adding the leashes, that helped, because a lot of, I think because we did the large group activity and it was so fresh, and because we had the new material, a lot more of the dog play came out.
Right. Plus we gave them some ideas, or they came up with their own ideas. They didn't really know, how to add the cats or the mice. We gave them some more ideas, or they gave themselves more ideas. So that kind of helped extend their work time. So I was happy. And then when Ella and Evan at the end, they weren't really involved in it, but I tried to get them
That was
at
an
the
excellent
end.
way to get them involved, by having them wake up the cats and dogs.
They wanted to be the owners, and then the other kids thought, I'll be an owner too.
Yeah, that was Henry's. Yeah, I want to be an owner.
Yeah.
That was
So good. Well, that was a large group time that I think was pretty successful, and it captured a lot of interest.
It did.
As you begin planning for large group times in your program, keep in mind that there are other times during the daily routine when it is necessary to work with the entire group of children together. These times may include a daily message time, a special problem-solving time.
How can we help the preschoolers remember that at large group time we're going to sit on the edge? We need some problem solving here.
Really? You think they're food?
Field trips.
Look, they look like the corn cobs that we have in our blue tape.
And times when special guests visit the classroom.
That's a Chinese character for 1, 2, and 3.
The adult-child interaction principles illustrated in this program are important during these other times as well.
Take a deep breath, everybody. Here we go. Oh, we're calming ourselves down because large group is almost finished. Take a deep breath in.
Remember that active learning principles are the cornerstone of successful large group times. Keeping children's interests, needs, and experiences foremost in mind will assist you in your planning. To learn more about these or any other aspects of the HighScope approach, training, or materials, visit the HighScope website at www.highscope.org or call 734-485-2000.
In 1 more minute, large group will be over, so rest your bodies. And we're gonna get ready for lunch. The music's about to go off.